terrorist act which took place yesterday in Islamabad. Condolences to victims, families of victims, to all Pakistani people, and wishing speedy recovery for those who are wounded. We, European Union, and in general, all civilized world does not accept terrorism in any forms. It's horrible crime, and everybody which are related with that should be brought to the responsibility. Coming back to this issue, indeed, so it's great honor to be here to participate in Asma Jahangir conference. The importance of the conference cannot be overstated. It is one of few spaces which gives voice to a wide spectrum of views and backgrounds. At the heart of every democracy is the assurance that individuals can express themselves with a view to upholding their rights and those of others. The European Union is proud to have supported this conference since the very beginning. We are widely represented by ambassadors of the European Union member states and member states' special envoys who came especially to participate in the conference. I congratulate AGHS, the Supreme Court Bar Association, and the Pakistan Bar Council for organizing this conference. I would like to start off honoring the legacy of Asma Jahangir. As Pakistan leading human rights lawyer, she showed incredible courage in defending the most vulnerable: women, children, religious minorities, and the poor. In a world of turmoil, Asma Jahangir serves as the inspiration. We need resilient human rights defenders, including lawyers, to support victims. We also need democratic and inclusive institutions that leave no one behind and seek to prevent violations, and courts that protect citizens in case violation nonetheless happen. In this respect, I honored to be the first international speaker after the keynote intervention of leading actors of the legal fraternity in Pakistan. Your vision and commitment must be praised. As we have observed in some recent judgments, the independence of judges and lawyers and their role in upholding the progressive rights enshrined in the Constitution of Pakistan are key to ensure enjoyment of human rights by all citizens. Impartial and fair judicial decisions are crucial to sustain an environment where human rights defenders and lawyers can support victims. We also need law enforcement agencies that adhere to human rights standards, are accountable and efficiently investigate crimes, notably those affecting the most vulnerable, such as crimes against women or minorities. Relying on courts and the law is also one of two strategies adopted by the European Union to guarantee respect for fundamental rights by its own member states. All European member states are part of the European Convention of Human Rights, and its courts renders mandatory discussions that uphold adherence to human rights through the Union. The second strategy is, of course, the adherence to international norms and systems guaranteeing human rights, in particular by the United Nations. telling the European Union has starting to adhere as a regional entity to treaties such as the Convention of the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, meaning such treaties do not only bind the European Union member states, but also the European Union institutions. The European Union spares no efforts to defend the multilateral order. In the current context, this is more important than ever, and the European Union has taken unequivocal stances. It has, for instance, reaffirmed last November the importance of all states to fully engage with the Universal Periodic Review. I am humbled that several leading United Nations special rapporteurs could join us. Your role is essential, and it goes far beyond monitoring countries' adherence to international standards. United Nations special rapporteurs plays a very constructive role. They explain how norms can be operationalized in the face of new challenges. They share good practices and actively support states in meeting their international commitments. I therefore hope that you and other United Special Procedures that request so will be invited by Pakistan for official country visits. Like European Union member states, Pakistan had adhered to almost all international conventions, with only some treaties ratification still missing. The ratification of the optional protocol to the Convention Against Torture and then Convention on Forced Disappearances would ensure a complete adherence to key international standards. United Nations human rights treaties, committees and procedures are not only crucial in and of themselves and for our respective countries and organizations also. They are also at the heart of the European Union-Pakistan relations through the GSP Plus system. GSP Plus is the European Union's autonomous trade concession to Pakistan. It is our way of helping Pakistan to boost its exports to the European Union single market by letting Pakistan sell its products on duty-free basis. The benefits of GSP Plus to Pakistan are huge. The European Union is far by number one export destination for Pakistani products. Thanks to this program, Pakistan's exports to the European Union increased by 83% during a decade. In order to continue to have preferential access to the world's largest single market, Pakistan must demonstrate progress in implementing 27 United Nations core conventions on human rights, labor rights, governance, and environmental standards. And the European Union is obliged to monitor. In fact, a monitoring mission completed a visit to Pakistan early December last year. And I would like to thank very much the federal government, minister, provincial governments for the dialogue they have. Our colleagues saw some progress, notably through the adoption of the Anti-Torture Act, the reduction of the scope of the death penalty, or the adoption of Child Marriage Restraint Act for Balochistan and for Islamabad. Also bills regarding creation the commissions on minorities and journalists. They also saw lingering challenges, such as restrictions in the freedom of expression and media freedom, minority rights, and enforced disappearances, to mention just a few. I mentioned before that, but also several speakers before me, so the challenges related with human rights defenders and lawyers who defend that. Indeed, there are issues here. We can't close eyes. We can't be silent, and I expect that we will continue the dialogue on these issues with the government too. The GSP Plus mission report is being prepared as we speak, and Pakistan received some additional time to demonstrate progress, by the way, by the end of next week. To do so, Pakistan reviews by treaty bodies point to which actions could be taken. Just a few weeks ago, Pakistan was reviewed by the United Nations Committee on the Rights of the Child, which flagged essential measures that could easily be taken and would be go a long way transforming the lives of children, such as raising the age of marriage to 18 years old and criminalizing child marriage here in Punjab, a province that is more populated than any European Union member states, and where private companies benefit the most from the GSP Plus status. Therefore, now is the time for action. This report will be especially important as Pakistan will soon have to apply to be considered as the beneficiary country under the forthcoming new GSP regulation. It is important to note that the new GSP Plus regulation, applicable from 1st of January 2027, adds 6 new conventions on top of the existing 27. 2 of them, they are on human rights. And needless to say, the new regulation will deserve more rigorous implementation by beneficiary countries based on credible action plans agreed between the EU institutions and the government. And of course, equally strengthening monitoring from the European Union side. The European Union is not only addressing the issues of the progress, we are partnered to achieve our shared objectives to advance human rights. We are actively supporting Pakistan in meeting its international commitments through our development cooperation. Our Deliver Justice and Huquq Pakistan projects work hand in hand with the Ministry of Human Rights and justice system actors, both federal and provincial level, to support human rights reforms and access to justice. We are proud supporter of the National Commission of Human Rights, which under the leadership of Ms. Rabia Javeri is played a vital role for human rights promotion and protection in Pakistan. Last but not least, we grant financial support to human rights projects carried out by civil society organizations, by our partners, to support victims and put forward solutions to very complex issues from child labor to climate change-induced human rights violations and others. Our support to Asma Jahangir conference is part of such initiatives. Such a unique platform brings all key actors together to unpack issues and propose concrete and collective actions. I thank you very much for attention, and I'm sure that you will have very fruitful and constructive discussions. Thank you very much. Shukriya. Thank you.